Hey everyone, and welcome back to Artparty. Today I'm finally making Artfight references for my OCs because I realized Artfight was a thing this year and I immediately knew I wanted to join. If you don't know, Artfight is basically this giant yearly art game where artists draw each other's original characters. It's a super fun way to meet other artists and get fan art of your OCs. So I figured it was the perfect excuse to finally make some proper reference sheets, right? I actually started with Vivian because she already was mostly finished. I had made a reference sheet for her a while ago, way before I even knew Artfight was a thing. So instead of starting over completely, well, I did technically, but not again, I went back and updated it a little bit, fixed a few things, and added the extra information that people would need if they wanted to draw her. Honestly, it was kind of nice looking back at an older drawing because it reminded me of how much my art has already changed. After Vivian, I moved on to Mateo. And let's just say the first attempt did not survive. I actually got pretty far into drawing it before I realized I wasn't happy. And by pretty far, I mean I finished it fully and sat on it a day before I realized I hated it. Sometimes you can tell something isn't working, and instead of trying to force it, it's honestly just easier to start over. All over. So that's exactly what I did. Thankfully, version 2 turned out so much better. I feel like it actually matches how I imagine Mateo in my head. He's that goofy, adventurous energy that I always picture him when I'm writing or drawing. And I ended up really loving how cute his reference sheet turned out right next to Vivian. Next up was Violet. She actually came together pretty quickly compared to Mateo. I already had a pose for her standing from an older drawing that I really liked, so I reused that instead of redrawing everything from scratch. The only thing I wasn't happy with was the original standing pose I made specifically for the reference sheet. It just wasn't giving Violet, and it looked really bad. Like, genuinely, I just hated it. So I swapped it out for the older drawing instead, and honestly, I think it fits her personality so much better. Sometimes recycling your own artwork is completely okay if it helps make the final piece stronger. Then there was Lincoln. For some reason, I had the hardest time finding motivation to draw him. And when I mean that, literally this video is going out, June 29th, I think. And it took me till yesterday. Okay, it took me till yesterday to actually draw him. It's okay, guys. I did it, though. I did it. It wasn't because I don't like his design or anything like that. I just couldn't get myself to start. I don't know if anyone else does this, but sometimes one character is just really harder to draw than everyone else. Eventually, I sat down and just started sketching anyway, and I'm really glad I did. His reference sheet ended up being a lot simpler than the others, but I actually think that fits him perfectly. It's just his front design, his chibi, and his color palette, but it still captures who Lincoln is as a character. Not every reference sheet has to be super busy to be effective. Once Lincoln was finally finished, I thought I was done. I was not. Then came the process of actually uploading everything to Artfight. I wanted to use the animated GIFs on my profile, but I quickly realized you can't just upload them directly. Apparently, you need a image URL. So I had to figure out where to upload the GIFs first just to get a link for them. That took me way longer than I thought, than I want to admit. But after finally getting all the links, I started adding everything to my profile and was feeling pretty accomplished until I noticed something. I hadn't uploaded the updated Artfight template thing. I uploaded the old version instead that didn't have all my characters. So then I had to go back, replace the image, make sure the GIF matched the right characters, grab the new links, and basically do the whole thing over again. Needless to say, it was a struggle, but after all of that, seeing everything finally come together in my Artfight profile made it feel worth it. Seeing all my reference sheets together honestly made me feel so happy. It kind of felt like watching my little crew come to life. These characters I've spent months thinking about, redesigning, writing stories, and imagining different adventures for. So having the proper reference sheets for them feels like a really big milestone. Like, genuinely. It took me forever, even though it probably shouldn't have, but it did. Now they're finally ready for Artfight. I'm honestly really excited to see if anyone decides to attack them because I would love to see my characters in other people's art styles. If you're participating in Artfight too, let me know. Leave your Artfight username down in the comments so I can check your characters out. I can't promise I'll be able to attack everyone, but I love to look through your profiles and maybe find some characters to draw. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.